Hi everyone, Namaste. I hope all of you understand the last video class about enthalpy. So we completed one reaction, that is enthalpy of formation. So enthalpy of formation we completed. In enthalpy of formation, we have read that it is the amount of enthalpy change during the formation of 1 mole of product from its naturally or freely occurring elements. So from the free elements, we are forming 1 mole of product. So how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of formation. We are taking above naught, that means standard. So standard means above is naught. So standard conditions 298 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure and whatever the 1 molarity concentrations. These are the standard conditions. Now we will see the second equation, that is standard enthalpy of combustion. The first equation we have seen enthalpy of formation. The next one is standard enthalpy of combustion. So what is the statement here? Write this statement. It is the change in enthalpy during the combustion of 1 mole of reactant in presence of excess of air. So that is the statement. It is the change in enthalpy during the combustion of 1 mole of reactant in presence of excess of air. So any 1 mole of reactant when we are combusting, so how much energy change? That is called enthalpy of combustion. So in enthalpy of combustion, so this enthalpy of combustion is always negative. Remember that enthalpy of formation can be negative or positive, depends upon which we are taking. But enthalpy of combustion is always negative. That means it is always exothermic reaction. Because in any combustion reaction, energy will be released. That's why it is exothermic and delta H always negative. So enthalpy of combustion is always negative. So what is the statement? It is the change in enthalpy during the combustion of 1 mole of reactant. In enthalpy of formation, product is 1 mole. But in enthalpy of combustion, reactant is 1 mole. So 1 mole of reactant we are combusting, that means oxidation in presence of excess of air. So how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of combustion. So for example, the question is asked enthalpy of combustion, standard enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen gas. Some values are given. So we have to write the equation. Enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen gas. So that means hydrogen gas we are combusting. So hydrogen must be 1 mole. In a reactant 1 mole we are taking in combustion reaction. The combustion means treating with oxygen. So hydrogen on combusting, what we get? So H2O we get. So liquid or gas, what we can take? So hydrogen on combusting we get water. But here in water only one oxygen is there. That's why we are writing half O2. So this reaction is called enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen. Remember, it is also called enthalpy of formation of water. Is it or not? We can also call formation. But when we are writing formation, that is about water. But when we are writing about combustion, that is about hydrogen. So this we can call combustion of hydrogen or formation of water. Because here product is 1 mole. So 1 mole of product we are forming from naturally occurring elements. That's why we can call formation of water also. So some reactions can be same. So this is enthalpy of formation of water or enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen. Similarly, question asks enthalpy of combustion of methane gas. So we have to combust methane gas. How many moles we have to take? So must be 1 mole. Reactant must be 1 mole, and that we are combusting with oxygen. So how much oxygen required we don't know. So finally we have to balance. First write O2 and the product. Say this, methane is a hydrocarbon. So hydrocarbons on combustion, we get two products. One is the CO2, another is the H2O. CO2 gas and H2O liquid. How many CO2 will come? The number of CO2s are equal to number of carbons. One carbon is there, one CO2. Number of water is equal to half of the hydrogens. There are 4 hydrogens, half means 2 water. So this is the symbol. And finally balance the oxygen in the product. Here 2 oxygen, here 2 oxygen. Total 4 oxygen, 4 by 2. 4 by 2 means 2. So in this reaction, how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of combustion. So here oxygen and oxygen, total 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. So 4 by 2, that is the 2 O2. So this is called enthalpy of combustion of methane. So similarly, try this one. Enthalpy of combustion of C2H4 gas. Ethene. C2H4 is ethane, not ethane. This is ethene. So try the equation. All of you. Enthalpy of combustion of ethane. So what we have to do? So this must be 1 mole. 1 mole of C2H4 gas on combusting with oxygen produce carbon dioxide and water. Any hydrocarbon on combustion produce CO2 and water. But how many carbons are there? 2. So there must be 2 CO2 gas. How many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens. Water must be half. That means 2 H2O liquid. Balance the oxygen. 2 into 2, 4 oxygen. 2 into 1, 2 oxygen. 2 plus 4, 6. 6 by 2 means 3 O2. So in this reaction, how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of combustion of ethene. So like that, any reactions they can give. We not require values. So values will be given in the question. Just we have to practice the equations. So what is the formation equation? What is the combustion equations? These are the most important. See this. In the first equation, this is enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen. This we can also call enthalpy of formation of water. Combustion of hydrogen also we call. Formation of water also we call. This we can call combustion of methane. Is this we can call formation of CO2 or formation of water? Done. This reaction can be called formation of CO2 or formation of water? Not possible. Why? Because formation means reactants must be in naturally occurring state. So O2 is a naturally occurring state, but not methane. So methane is naturally occurring. Carbon and hydrogen both are different atoms. So that's why we cannot call formation. So this we cannot call formation. So in formation, reactants must be naturally occurring state and product must be 1 mole. So this is about enthalpy of combustion. So in the last class, whenever enthalpies of formations are given, then the enthalpy of reaction, what I told, enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. The enthalpy of any reaction is equal to enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. When this we use? When enthalpies of formations are given. If the given are enthalpies of combustions, then the enthalpy of reaction must be enthalpy of reactants minus enthalpy of products. This is opposite. Remember, in formation product is 1 mole. In combustion reactant is 1 mole. So that's why it should be opposite. So enthalpy of reaction by knowing enthalpies of combustions. Formula enthalpies of reactants minus enthalpies of product. See for example, the question is given like this: C2H4 plus H2 produce C2H4 gas, H2 gas produce C2H6 gas. In this reactions, we have to calculate enthalpy of reaction. In the question, the given conditions are enthalpies of formation of C2H4 is given. Take this as a x1 value, and also enthalpy of formation of C2H6 is given. Take this is a x2 value, and we have to calculate enthalpy of reaction. So reaction is given. We have to calculate enthalpy change in this reaction, standard enthalpy change in this reaction. Standard means already told, temperature must be 298 and also concentration must be 1 molar. Now see this enthalpy of reaction. What are the given values? Enthalpies of formation. When enthalpies of formations are given, then the formula must be enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactants. What is the product here? C2H6. So enthalpy of formation of C2H6 given x2 minus reactant. What are the reactants? C2H4, H2. Both are there. But remember, H2 is a freely occurring element whose enthalpy of formation will be 0. So only enthalpy of formation of C2H4, that is given as x1. So this is the answer, x2 minus x1. That's values and taking as x2 and x1. Any values they can give. So when our formations are given, enthalpy of reaction is equal to products minus reactants. Suppose in this reaction, in place of enthalpy of formation, they are given enthalpy of combustion. In place of formation, they are given combustion. Then what is the formula you got? So when combustions are given, enthalpy of reactant minus enthalpy of product. Yes, both are opposite, formations and combustions. Remember it. So reactants minus products. What are the reactants? H2O. Sorry. So whenever combustions are given, they also give enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen. Take this as a X3. So three combustions are given. Enthalpy of C2H4, C2H6 and H2, X1, X2, X3. So enthalpy of reactants. So these two are reactant. So reactants, enthalpy of combustion of C2H4, X1, enthalpy of combustion of H2, X3, minus product C2H6. This will be X2. So this is the answer, X1 plus X3 minus X2. So depends on which are giving. So we have to identify which formula we have to use. When formations are given, product minus reactants. When combustions are given, reactant minus products. So this is standard enthalpy of combustion. So we completed two equations, enthalpy of formation, enthalpy of combustion. So all these are thermochemical equation. This is not physical thermodynamics. It is a chemical thermodynamics. Up to internal energy, that will be physical thermodynamics. So enthalpy is completely chemical thermodynamics. So after enthalpy of combustion, the third most important is enthalpy of neutralization. Standard enthalpy of neutralization. So enthalpy of neutralization. So what is enthalpy of neutralization is? So neutralization means acid and base reaction is called neutralization. Oxidizing agent, reducing agent, it is called neutralization. But here mostly we use acids and bases. So what is enthalpy of neutralization is? It is the change in enthalpy during the neutralization of 1 gram equivalent acid with base or 1 gram equivalent base with acid. So whenever 1 gram equivalent acid we are neutralizing with base, how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of neutralization. So what is gram equivalent? Gram equivalent is nothing but 1 mole or 1 normality. So whenever we are taking normality, that is called gram equivalent. So whenever 1 normality of acid, we are neutralizing with 1 normality of base. So how much energy is changing? That is called enthalpy of neutralization. So write this statement. It is the change in enthalpy during the neutralization of 1 gram equivalent acid with the base or vice versa. Now say this, we are taking 1 mole of NaOH neutralizing with 1 mole of HCl. NaOH and HCl, what they will form? They will form salt in solid form and 1 mole of water in liquid form. So this is called neutralization reactions. Is it or not? So NaOH and HCl on neutralization produce salt and water. Remember that NaOH is a strong base. HCl is a strong acid. Acids and bases can be strong also possible, weak also possible. What is meant by strong? Strong means any molecule completely dissociating. That is called strong electrolyte. If any compound is partially dissociating, that is called weak electrolyte. So strong means 100% dissociation. So this is also 100% dissociation. So if you are taking 1 mole of NaOH, from this we get 1 mole of OH minus. From this we get 1 mole of H plus. So 1 H plus and 1 OH minus on completely combining, we get 1 mole of water. So during the formation of 1 mole of water, the change in enthalpy is called enthalpy of neutralization. Standard suppose we are taking. So this value must be equal to minus 13.7 kilocalorie per mole. This is a constant value, no need to change. So the enthalpy of neutralization is always constant. That will be minus 13.7 kilocalorie per mole. Why? Because any enthalpy of neutralization, 1 H plus 1 OH minus will combine, exactly 1 mole of water will form. Whenever 1 mole of water is forming by H and OH, the releasing energy will be 13.7 kilocalories. Minus means energy releasing, exothermic reaction. Remember, neutralization is also exothermic, always sign will be negative. Now see this, but this value is constant whenever both acid and base are strong. If both strong are combining, exactly 1 mole of water will form, we get 13.7 kilocalorie per mole. But what about if we are taking NH4OH and HCl? What will form? Ammonium chloride. Again water will form. In this reaction, the enthalpy of neutralization, is it possible extra again 13.7? Not possible. Why? Because it is here both we are using strong and strong. Here HCl is again strong acid, but ammonium hydroxide is a weak base. Weak base means that is not 100% dissociate. That means if you are taking 1 mole of base, exactly 1 mole of OH minus ions will not form. Only some little amount of ions will form. So whenever 1 mole is not present, this will be limiting reagent. I think all you know about limiting reagent. So this is exactly 1 mole will produce, but it will not produce 1 mole because it is a weak base. So whenever it is lesser than the required, it is called limiting reagent. So due to limiting reagent, the product water is also less than 1 mole. If we are forming 1 mole of water, exactly this much of energy released. But if we are forming less than the 1 mole of water, the releasing energy is also less than the 13.7. So that means this enthalpy of neutralization will be less than minus 13.7 kilocalorie per mole. Remember, whenever both are strong, the energy is constant, 13.7 kilocalories, or sometimes they will ask in joules, it will be 57.3 joules. Sometimes I will use 57.2, 57.1, exactly 57.3 joules, kilojoule, sorry, kilojoule per mole. So if you are using any one is weak, the enthalpy of neutralization is always less than 13.7. Why it is not releasing exactly 13.7? Because some amount of energy is utilized to dissociate this weak base, because weak base is a completely dissociation is not possible. So we have to use some extra energy to dissociate. So here some energy is utilized to dissociate. That's why releasing energy is less than the 13.7. If this is also we are taking weak, again this energy is very less. So remember, only for strong gas and strong base, energy is constant. But for any one is weak or both are weak, energy is less than the 13.7. So how much energy is releasing or how much energy is utilized to dissociate? That is called enthalpy of ionization. Here we have to remember one formula: enthalpy of ionization, that is equal to enthalpy of neutralization plus 13.7 kilocalories. So this is another important formula. So in questions they will give enthalpy of neutralization value, and one of the acid or base will be weak, and they will ask what is the enthalpy of ionization. So enthalpy of ionization they will ask. So enthalpy of ionization of either weak acid or weak base. What is its meaning? In weak acid, weak base, we have to use extra energy to dissociate. That is called enthalpy of ionization. So how much energy is using to dissociate? That should be equal to neutralization value plus 13.7. This neutralization value, something negative value, whatever the remaining energy will be enthalpy of ionization. See one question, simple question. In the question it is given like this: determine the enthalpy of ionization of acetic acid if the enthalpy of neutralization of acetic acid and HCl is minus 12.2 kilocalorie per mole. So this is the question. The enthalpy of neutralization of acetic acid and HCl is given minus 12.2 kilocalories. Now we have to identify enthalpy of ionization of acetic acid. Why for acetic acid? Because it is the weak. So for weak acids or weak base, some enthalpy of ionization energy is required to dissociate. So direct formula I have given: enthalpy of ionization is equal to enthalpy of neutralization plus 13.7 kilocalories. So neutralization is given minus 12.2 plus 13.7. How much value will be? 725. So 1.5 kilocalorie. So this much energy is utilized to dissociate acetic acid. That is called enthalpy of ionization. So that is the third one, enthalpy of neutralization. So applicable to neutralization of acids and bases. Even we can use reducing agent, oxidizing agent also, no problem. So mostly we use for acids and bases. In place of acid and base, we can use reducing agent, oxidizing agent also we can use. So that is enthalpy of neutralization. So after enthalpy of neutralization, the fourth one is simply bond enthalpy. So bond enthalpy. So what is bond enthalpy? It is the change in enthalpy during the formation of 1 mole of bond, or during the breaking of 1 mole of bond, how much energy is required. That is called bond enthalpy, or sometimes we can call bond energy. So all are same bond enthalpy, bond energy. So whenever we are forming exactly 1 mole of bond, energy will be released. How much energy is releasing? That is called bond enthalpy. If bond is forming, so bond is dissociating, so we have to give extra amount of energy. How much energy is required to break the bond? That is called bond enthalpy. So it is the change in enthalpy during the formation or decomposition of 1 mole of bond. This is called bond enthalpy. So example, bond enthalpy of H2. So bond enthalpy of H2 gas or whatever. So bond enthalpy of H2 means, so we have to break H2 gas into 2 hydrogen atoms. So in this, how much energy is changing? That is called bond enthalpy, because H2 contains hydrogen bond 1. There is 1 mole of bond. So we get converted to 2H. So to break this bond, how much energy is required? That is called bond enthalpy. Sometimes it is called bond dissociation enthalpy. Similarly, if the molecule is given like this, CH4 converted to C and 4 hydrogen. CH4 is converted to C and 4 hydrogens. We can take this as a solid and gas. In CH4, observe that there are 4 CH bonds are there. But remember, bond enthalpy only applicable to 1 mole of bond, applicable to only 1 bond. But in methane, there are 4 bonds are there. If all these bonds were breaking, whatever the enthalpy changing, that we cannot call bond enthalpy. Because here the whatever the change in enthalpy is applicable to 4 bonds. If you want bond enthalpy, we have to calculate for 1 mole. That means 1 bond. That's why whatever the value is coming here, the enthalpy, the bond enthalpy is equal to, so enthalpy of this reaction divided by 4. So in this reaction, how much enthalpy is changing? That we are dividing with 4. Why? Because it has 4 bonds. That's why when we are dividing with 4, we get bond enthalpy of 1 bond. So it depends on how many bonds are present. That number we have to divide. So that is the bond enthalpy. So one question will see. And remember, whenever enthalpy of reaction is asking and bond enthalpies are given, bond energies are given, then we write bond energy of reactants minus bond energy of products. So enthalpy of any reaction is equal to bond enthalpy of reactants minus bond enthalpy of products. Bond energy of reactant minus bond energy of products. Reactants minus products. This is the formula. See one question. See, this is the question. So question is based on about bond energies. Here, determine the enthalpy of reaction. Determine enthalpy of reaction. So this reaction, change in enthalpy we have to identify. What are the givens are? Bond energies of different molecules are given. H2 bond energy 431.37 kilojoule per mole. C double bond C bond energy given. C single bond C is given. CH bond energy is given. And these are the options. So this is the previous NEET exam question. So we have to determine enthalpy of this reaction. So given our bond energies, whenever bond energies are given, the enthalpy of the reaction is equal to what I told, bond energies of reactants minus bond energies of product. Whenever bond energies are given, reactant minus products. Whenever combustions are given, reactant minus product. But formations are given, product minus reactants. All these we have to remember. So these are the all our techniques. So which are given, which formula we have to use? Formation, product minus reactant. Combustion, reactant minus product. Bond energies, reactant minus products. So bond energy of reactants. In this reaction, this one are reactant. Observe this, in this reactant, there is a 1C double bond C. So 1C double bond C. plus this is the CH bond, CH bond, CH bond, CH bond. So how many four CH bonds are there? 4 into CH bond. Also one H2 bond is there plus one HH bond. All these are reactant minus products. Product is this molecule. It has one C single bond C. One C single bond C plus CH bond. Total there are 6 CH bonds. This side 3, this side 3. The total 6 into CH bond. So on substituting these values, we can get enthalpy of reaction. One C double bond C value is given. So see this question. Try this question as a homework and send me answers in group. Very simple question. What the question says that bond dissociation enthalpies of H2Cl2 HCl are given 434, 242, 431 respectively. Then what is the enthalpy of formation of HCl? Here reaction is not given, just statement is given. What is the enthalpy of formation of HCl? So we have to identify enthalpy of formation of HCl by knowing the bond energies. So all you know the formula. Enthalpy of reaction is equal to bond energy of reactants minus bond energy of products. So try the answer. So send me in group. Thank you.